Zachy Naylor off pole position. He's second in the series coming into this round, and Luke Wilson, who's off grid 2, was leading the series. And I've been going toe-to-toe pretty much all year. Be one or the other, traditionally leading or winning a round. Geordie Slater has been a round winner, and he's out of grid 3. And he's a hard little charger. And it'd be interesting to watch Geordie start on this occasion. He seems to be being a little hindered off on his starts. But his pace is there, he's shown that. And it certainly didn't stop him in that last race. He managed to cross the line in first position. So once the race is going, he's certainly got good pace, but it'll be interesting just to watch the start of our third place man, Geordie Slater, who is a great little racer. And then we got Cooper Lovett out of grid 4. He's done a great job all day, this young Cooper. He managed to start that second race off pole position from the inversion. Ellie Wilson up to 5th. Brock Helm, he was second fastest in qualifying, going toe-to-toe. He nearly had it on pole. And unfortunately, that race didn't quite go to plan for him, and with the DNF, the points killed him a little bit in that, unfortunately. But watch for him. He's a fast little steerer. Very much a hard charger. And he's proven he's got the pace here to run right up to the front. These kids have shown there's been some fantastic racing right across the board here with these cadets. Some good camaraderie as well by all these kids. All turn around, giving each other a thumbs up, have a good race, all that sort of stuff. That's what it's all about. We're getting ready for a start now. Geordie Slater again hindered at the start. Allows the first two to get away. But he's had the pace to get back on him. I think he's slightly disadvantaged. He's a bit big, a bit older than some of these other kids. And that extra little bit of weight seems to hinder him off the line, Stevie. And weight's obviously everything, you know, man, a go-kart and a standing start. You and I never did standing starts at go-karts. That was probably a good thing, eh?
Yeah, absolutely, mate, absolutely. But I was just watching, I noticed he did get a good start in the second race, but that one there, he just seemed to a little bit slow in reacting to the green flag, which probably, in these things, as you know, hurts a lot.
Enhanced it, yeah, exactly. So here we go. First lap, 20 minutes is the duration. And it's Zachy Naylor. About 20 laps is approximately what they're going to get. And it's Zach Naylor from Luke Wilson, Geordie Slater, Cooper Lovett, Ellie Wilson, Brock Helm, Annabelle Kennedy, Dan Sullivan and Daniel Hughes rounding out the field. Second back on, cross the line, complete their second lap, start the third. And look at this race. It's actually on here. They're quite nose to tail for the most pack apart from the first two. Zach Naylor, Luke Wilson. Back to Geordie Slater, but then Cooper Lovett, Ellie Wilson, Brock Helm, Annabelle Kennedy and Dan Sullivan all pretty much right, and Dan Hughes doing a great job getting himself in amongst it there. Again, all these kids well and truly in low 47s or under, and that's a cracking lap of pace with these cadet karts, Stevie.
Yeah, absolutely. It's they're doing a fantastic job again. You just see Zach and Luke just got that little gap on Geordie. I think that start definitely hurt him. I've got a feeling that he'll keep pushing on though, and he'll slowly bridge that gap, although the guys up the front there are just pulling a tenth or two a lap on him. It gets to the point where you get just that too far in front, and they come out of sight to you through a couple of the corners, and you don't actually have that character chase anymore. So we'll see if we can, if these guys start fighting on the front. If Zach and Luke start fighting, that can definitely start them up. So definitely Geordie needs to keep pressing on.
Yeah, no, you're right there, and I think for Geordie, he'd be hoping these two start racing side by side next to each other so he can catch up the field even further. That's really what he's going to need at this point. Zachy Naylor, he's going to make Luke go the long way if he's going at all. Good, clean, fair racer. Here's Zach. Ellie Wilson managed to pull a bit of a gap on that next group. That's Dan Sullivan's managed to come through the field there. Good job by Dan. Didn't qualify so good. And a couple of times I've actually seen him actually back to last, which I don't think I've ever seen him back in last, but managed to get back through, and now he's right on it. He was the third fastest actually in that previous race, so we've always known he's had the pace. A few things not swinging his way today, obviously. So that's allowed anyway Ellie Wilson to get a bit of a gap. She's chasing after Cooper Lovett. The leader's back onto the straight. And it's Zach Naylor, Luke Wilson side by side. Lukey trying the outside. He's going to go the switchback. Zach's too clever for that. He covers that line. This is what Geordie Slater wants to see. He's back in third. He wants to see them Dyson. And it's back to Cooper Lovett, Ellie Wilson, Dan Sullivan, Annabelle Kennedy, Brock Helm and Daniel Hughes. Now I'm looking at the fastest laps of the race here, and you've got positions 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 have all done pretty much the exact same lap time.
It's amazing, isn't it?
46.6, that's very good to see. But the leaders out front, low 46s, 46.0 actually. Luke Wilson again around the outside, he's trying that switchback. Zach's too alert to that. Both those boys cracking 45.9s. 46.1 for Geordie Slater that lap. Bet she was wishing he was doing that a few laps before, but obviously as the heat is coming in these tyres, these karts are getting a bit quicker and they're making the most out of it. So 45.9s, 46.1 for third place man Geordie Slater. Cooper Lovett 46.7, Ellie Wilson 46.6, Dan Sullivan 46.6, Annabelle Kennedy 46.6, Brock Helm 46.6, and a 47.2 by Dan Hughes, which is a fantastic lap time on its own. And here we go, Lukey Wilson is going to need to try something different here, because he knows young Zach will always cover that inside line there, so there'll be some other move he needs to put on here. Oh, and Dan Sullivan and Annabelle Kennedy going toe-to-toe. And Dan had obviously done a good job to get around a few of them earlier. Brock Helm not quite having the run that we used to see from him earlier in the day. He was almost on pole position. I mean, he's got the pace. The lap times are showing it. It's actually the third fastest out there. Fourth fastest, actually. It's that close. But he does have the pace. Maybe a slight off day for him. But it certainly wasn't in qualifying. He almost had pole. Our leader's back onto the straight. There's nothing in it. 0.2 is the gap. Ellie Wilson in fifth position all over Cooper Lovett. She's lapping very consistently, I can proudly say, and as is Annabelle Kennedy all over Dan Sullivan. It's been really good to see the progression of the girls. Annabelle just joined the racing series this year after the first couple of rounds, and good to see the girls getting in amongst it with the boys.
Yeah, it is 100%, 100%, and they're doing a great job. It's they're both in little battle packs on their own at the moment. So we see Dan's just going a little bit defensive up there in that top left-hander. We go, Luke still trying to find a way around Zach at the front here. Got some good little battles all the way through, apart from Geordie. Geordie's just a little bit there in no man's land on his own. He needs to keep pressing on because you never know what's going to happen with the two up the front. Look, Ellie there all over the back of Cooper and Annabelle right there with Dan Sullivan. Dan seems to be a little bit slow down the straight, so I'm not sure what's going on there. He's very defensive coming out the last corner, but still plenty of time to go. They've still got to be patient at this point and hopefully wait for that mistake, for that card in front, which is the main thing, to be right there ready to pounce.
As you mentioned, Steve, there's a lot of pack racing going on here. And again, it's Zachy Naylor and Luke Wilson. Geordie Slater, the lone man really in this race, but he's going with him on times. Just that first lap seemed to kill him off a bit. Cooper Lover, Ellie Wilson, then Dan Sullivan, Annabelle Kennedy, and they're all lapping pretty much the same times, that crowd. Then a little bit back to Brock Helm, and then Daniel Hughes, who's now cracked his best lap too, I might add. Every single one of these kids under a 47 for their best lap. That's fantastic to see. First and second cross the line. No bumping sign has been given, so they must be getting pretty close over the back. Dan Sullivan driving super defensive, trying to keep Annabelle Kennedy out. Brock Helm back in the pits again. He's called the quits for the day.
It's a good thing here that we've got some of the Slideways guys positioned all around the track, so we've got a really good idea of what's happening where you can't see it, so you can't get away with anything over the back there. It's all radio communicated back to the tower here. That's why we can keep the racing nice and clean and fair, and make sure that there's no little blind spots out there on the track like you and I used to have camping our day.
That's right, Stevie. That's right. I tell you what, we're going to crack and pace here. It's a pity Brock Helm's just retired from this race. He was the fourth fastest driver on track after qualifying second and almost pipping it for pole, but 2 DNFs will kill his points on the day, which is most unfortunate for him. Zach Naylor still leading from Luke Wilson, and there's just nothing in it between these two. Luke desperately trying to find his way around young Zach, who's done a great solid job here all day. Luke really got compromised in that qualifying session this morning and needs to learn to give himself the gap. He was held up behind traffic, but he stayed there the whole time and ended up, I think his first qualifying session here of the year, he was 5th. But he raced very well, up to second in that first one, and then second for the second one, and here he is second again. So we've got Geordie Slater having a bit of a lonely race there, but lapping quite consistent where he is. Cooper Lovett, Ellie Wilson, and they've pulled a sizable little gap now off Dan Sullivan and Annabelle Kennedy. But again, all those kids all in the 46.6s, every single one of those last four I mentioned. It's good to see. And here we go, Lukey Wilson down into turn one. He's all over Zach Naylor, but Zach's been around, he knows the game. And they come out here at the Slideways Karting Academy and practice. Luke Wilson, he's just done a move. I missed that. Zach's got his hand up, Luke lets him back through. So Luke, in his own judgment, thought that wasn't on, good on him. That's good sportsmanship from young Luke. I'll tip my hat to him. Lukey's having a go, he won't back off. Stevie, this young fella, he will absolutely race to the last lap, last corner. Literally, they have been doing moves in the past on the last lap, last corner. These two are just really raising the bar.
Yeah, absolutely. It just seems like the intensity goes up as the laps count down, and obviously that patience starts to dwindle away a bit, and the desperation comes in there more towards the end. You know, also the pressure mounts by the end there too, and the guys can start making mistakes. So it's never over until you cross the line, even in the last corner.
Yeah, no, and that's exactly right. And it's been really good, as we mentioned before. You know, you race good other competitors, it raises your own bar. It gives you something to chase. If you're just out the front leading easily, you never learn anything out of that. And then when you go somewhere else to race interstate and there's someone there that's even quicker, you can't keep with them. Where these two arguably would be the fastest cadet drivers of high karts in this country, I firmly believe. And they have raced dead set like this all year. Geordie Slater still there or thereabouts. It's a pity he didn't get that start like the others, because he's shown he's got the pace.
And he's not actually that far behind. I know it says here that he's around 4 odd seconds behind Luke, but you know, he can still see them into turn 1 as he's onto the front straight. So he's actually still within the front straight distance of them. If they start fighting hard like they did before and having to readdress, he did gain about 3/4 of a second on that lap, but they had to readdress. So he could still be in this if they still up the front and start fighting hard.
Yeah, that's what I pointed out, Steve. Exactly right. Still plenty of laps to go as they come back onto the main straight. Young Zach Naylor, Luke Wilson, Geordie Slater now crossing the line. So as Stevie said, not far behind that gap. Now currently about 4 seconds, as Stevie said. Then it's back to Cooper Lovett, who's done a solid job all day. Ellie Wilson, who's got good pace and again got compromised with her own qualifying performance. Then we got Danny Sullivan and Annabelle Kennedy. Dan Hughes now crossing the line. And again, all these kids well and truly under the 47s. But it's the two out front that are really showing the pace, and they've been leading the series for a reason. They're the two fastest, most consistent drivers we have here. And again, going toe to toe, Geordie Slater trying to keep them honest. He has won around this year. He's a good little steer, young Geordie. He's in third. Cooper Lovett fourth. Put a little gap on Ellie Wilson that lap. Oh, Cooper's put in a blinder on that lap. That's his best lap of the race.
And I think really not mistaken that lap. She's been doing 46s. She did a 47.4 then. Maybe a little bit of endurance is starting to kick in here. Just saw her a couple ups ago, just shaking her hands down the straight. Obviously, getting a bit of that hand cramps and things. So that could be coming into position here at the moment too, with how long they've been going for around about 20 laps now.
That's right. I just noticed she's going past us now. She hasn't got her gloves on. We've got her gloves. I don't know why you wouldn't be using them. But anyway, she's opted not to.
I blame her dad for that.
Yeah, I wasn't concentrating when she got in the car. But she was having a bit of a go there at Cooper Lovett before. I think she might have had a go and then clipped the barrier or something like that. That's what's just dropped that off, because she's seen a good pace. And she has. She's back on that pace. So we'll see what happens now. She's got a clear track. But the leaders come back across the line and it's still nothing in it. Oh, Lukey Wilson trying to get that switchback done. He just can't get there. Not quite enough horsepower in these things to be pulling that off when you got someone like Zach driving it so clean and tight and covering that line as he is. So it's Zach Naylor, Luke Wilson, Geordie Slater, Cooper Lovett, Ellie Wilson, who just did her fastest lap of the race. So I'm not surprised. She has shown the pace, so that really paying for that poor qualifying. Dan Sullivan in 6th position from Annabelle Kennedy. And they're having a good race, those two, and that's Annabelle will be learning a bit off. Sitting up behind young Dan Sullivan. He has been a previous race winner here, not only this year but last year as well, so he's a front runner, is young Dan.
Young Dan Hughes, I've been watching, he's been doing some really good laps, obviously his fastest lap here in this race, but just been noticing his lap time's dropping off a little bit, and I'm looking at him coming down the front straight, and I think his balaclava may be falling down in front of his eyes, and the poor little fella can't see, so we'll have a look here, coming down the straight. I don't know if he's...
That looks stealth.
It looks very stealth. You can't see his eyes, so it might be hurting his apexes a little bit there.
Yeah, that could be. 46.498 for little Ellie Wilson on that previous lap. Last lap board's now out, but ladies and gentlemen, and they're on. It's still Zach Naylor from Luke Wilson, who's desperately trying to have a go. He's quick through this section of the track, is Luke, but he can't do anything this time. Little Ellie managed to catch back up to Cooper Lovett, and her pace obviously just hindered that bit, but Cooper Lovett deserves to be where he's been.
It's close in all aspects here. This race and Zach coming into the last couple of corners, it could be on here.
It's going down the wire, and here we go. Zachy Naylor and Luke Wilson are right up behind him, but it's Zach Naylor. He's going to get the win. Commanding win, commanding round for young Zach. Great job, good job in qualifying. Luke Wilson second. Awesome lonely drive, no doubt, for Geordie Slater, but a good effort by him. Now fourth and fifth make their way into the straight, and he's done a great job all day. Cooper Lovett, solid effort for fourth. Ellie Wilson fifth, great steering by young Ellie and Cooper respectively. Ellie Wilson fastest lap on her last lap there. Oh, it's close on the line, but it's Dan Sullivan from Annabelle Kennedy. Dan Hughes now making his way onto the start-finish straight, and a great job by Dan too. Well done, young Dan. And Brockhelm, unfortunate DNF again for that race. But what a great race by these kids. 20 minutes, I can tell you, that's a workout for anybody. Doesn't matter how old you are, that is some seriously heavy-duty stuff.